So the next thing which is coming up over here is sorting of the column. Sorting means arranging. Now here it is. Now just focus on the column, row ID, order date, ship mode, etc. Okay. So why it is coming in this particular order? Why the order ID is before the ship date? Why the ship mode is after the ship date? कोई बता सकता है ये सीक्वेंस क्यों है? कैसे बना ये सीक्वेंस? हाँ? हाउ द सीक्वेंस? ये ऑर्डर आईडी पहले क्यों आ रहा है? ऑर्डर डेट पहले क्यों नहीं आया?
Based on the Excel.
Very good. I'm getting an answer. Absolutely correct. Right. So that means the online is also attentive, right? Hello, can I get your name, please? Who answered the question?
Sandeep here.
Sandeep.
Yeah.
Nice to see your attention. Good, Sandeep.
Thank you.
Welcome. So absolutely, it is following the data source. Row ID, order date, ship date. So by default, ये data source order को follow करता है. But जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था, it is for the viewing purpose. यहाँ पे हम देखने के लिए. So as per our convenience, अगर हम चाहें तो इसको change कर सकते हैं. So I can click on this settings button and you can see ascending, descending. Here it is. Now it has been category, city, country, customer ID, etc. or ascending or descending. Right? It is only for the viewing purpose and it will have no impact on your visual. The visual will remain as it is. ठीक है? इसको भी हटा देते हैं, ज्यादा सिंपल सा लगेगा. विजुअल ऐसा ही रहेगा. विजुअल पे कोई इंपैक्ट नहीं आएगा. जो कुछ हम कर रहे हैं वो सिर्फ हम डेटा को देखने के लिए कर रहे हैं. ठीक है? यहां पे आप दो और ऑप्शन देख रहे हो. There are two more options which are ascending and descending per table. एंड में दिख रहे हैं per table. So ascending and descending per table, इसका सेंस तब आता है जब हमारे पास एक से ज्यादा टेबल हो. आगे जाकर के we will be taking that example also. अभी हमारे पास एक ही टेबल है, so it doesn't make a sense. Okay, so this was the sorting of the columns, then the sorting of the data. Sorting of the data. Now see, when I am moving my pointer on these columns, can you see these three lines? दिख रही है? This is a sort button. You click on this. 1, 2, 3. Ascending, descending, not sorted. Okay? But this will also not impact your visual. The visual will remain as it is. It is only for the viewing purpose. क्योंकि वो वहां पे हमारे को काम सिर्फ देखना है. टैब्ल्यू नहीं चाहता कि हम डेटा सोर्स में जाएं कुछ भी देखने के लिए. ठीक है जी? Here it is. और जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया था, in Tableau there are multiple ways to do the same task. एक ही काम करने के लिए बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. So now we have seen the two about sorting of the data. अब हम बात करते हैं sorting of the visuals की. So number 1, how to sort the visual? It is known as quick sort. क्या बोलते हैं? Now let me move my pointer on this numeric axis. Can you see when I'm moving my pointer, 3 lines are appearing? Right? Now click on this. 1, 2, 3. Ascending, descending, not sorted. This is known as quick sort. Okay? Then let's go to the toolbar and you have two buttons over here, ascending, descending. Okay? This is known as toolbar sort. This is the quick sort, toolbar sort. Okay. Third, okay, one more thing I have forgotten to highlight. What is this known as? Marks, filter, pages. What is this known as? What is this known as? The bigger rectangulars appearing over here? Shelf. Now just focus on this. Subcategory, sales, category. Just focus on the shape. ये शेप आपको किस चीज की जैसी लगती है? सिलेंड्रिकल. हाँ, और बताओ किसी चीज से कंपेयर करो. सिलेंड्रिकल सही है. डे टू डे में किस चीज से कंपेयर कर सकते हो? हैं? Capsule. That is what I wanted to hear. Capsule. Absolutely correct. It looks like a capsule. That is a medicine. right? That is why it is known as pill in Tableau, PILL, pill, इसको हम पिल बोलते हैं। ठीक है, हम बात कर रहे थे सॉर्टिंग की, हमने देखा क्विक सॉर्ट, ओके, टूल बार सॉर्ट, एंड देन comes it as sorting by pill. Okay, I can click on this drop down arrow and you can see there's an option called sort. Sort data source order ascending descending, or I can sort alphabetically in ascending, you can see at the bottom ascending or descending, or I can sort it on the basis of some field, let's say sum of sales in a ascending or a descending manner, or I can also sort it manually. Let's say I want the copiers to be at the first place, then I want bookcases to be at the second place, something like this. मैं manually भी sort कर सकता हूँ. Then here you will also see the option nested. As of now, we are working with only one field, so it will work same as field. Okay, so further we can take an example of that. Okay, here it goes. अच्छा, so I can click on this drop down arrow. सब कैटेगरी दिख रहा है, जब इस पे पॉइंटर ले गए पिल पे, click on the drop down arrow and say sort. ठीक है, so you are getting this dialog box, you can select whatever you want. Is that clear? Yes, sir. So ये जो अभी हमने किया, this is known as sorting by pill, sorting by pill. Number 4, let us put the profit into the color. मैंने प्रॉफिट को कलर में डाला है. नाउ यू कैन सी द बार्स इज अपीयरिंग इन अ डिफरेंट कलर शेडिंग. ठीक है, ग्रेडियंट कलर, करेक्ट. सो दे आर अपीयरिंग इन अ डिफरेंट कलर शेडिंग. Darker color indicating the more profit and a lighter color indicating the lesser profit. Let me click on the profit under the marks card and click on the sort button. Tell me, is the visual look sorted? Does the visual look sorted? Yes or no? Who said yes? Yes. Sorted how? वेरी गुड. सॉर्टेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द कलर. कलर पे ध्यान दो ना, आप सिर्फ लेंथ देख रहे हो, कलर भी तो देखो ना. डार्केस्ट टू द लाइटेस्ट. सो दिस इज नोन एज सॉर्टिंग बाय द मार्क्स कार्ड. मैंने क्या किया, प्रॉफिट को कलर में डाला, प्रॉफिट पे क्लिक किया और फिर सॉर्ट बटन पे किया. दिस इज रेफर टू बाय सॉर्टिंग बाय द मार्क्स कार्ड. क्लियर? सो कैन यू टेल मी हाउ मेनी टाइप ऑफ सॉर्टिंग्स आई हैव टोल्ड यू टोटल? 6. Total number of sortings are 6. Let me just revise that. Number 1, sorting of the columns. Correct? Number 2, sorting of the data. This one. So 2 sortings are for the viewing purpose and 4 sortings are for the visual, which are quick sort, toolbar sort, sorting by pill, and sorting by the marks card. Okay. So again, this could be an interview question. How many type of sortings are there in Tableau? So there are 6 type of sorting, 2 for the data and 4 for the visual. आपको जो convenient लगता है आप वो use करो. Okay. So this is sorting. Sorting by pills, sorting by marks card. The next thing which comes up over here is that I think AC बंद हो गया है, ऐसा कुछ लग रहा है. अच्छा, आपने किया है क्या ये? अच्छा, आपको ठंड लग रही है? चल कोई बात नहीं, it's okay. चल, क्या हो गया? ऑन हो गया? ठीक है, बढ़िया है. आपकी लोकेशन ऐसी ना, बिल्कुल लगता है आपके सिर पे आ रहा होगा. ठीक है. द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक विच इज कमिंग अप ओवर हियर इज क्रिएटिंग hierarchies. What are these? Let's take an example. Let me display the regional sales. ठीक है, region wise bifurcation of sales हम दिखा रहे हैं. I will also bifurcate it on the basis of the segment and the category and the subcategory. ठीक है जी. सो मैंने एक विजुअल बनाया है जो कि डिस्प्ले कर रहा है रीजन वाइज, सेगमेंट वाइज, कैटेगरी वाइज, सब कैटेगरी वाइज सेल्स. ओके. नाउ When I displayed the visual, I have been told that the subcategory wise bifurcation is not required. So I said, okay, no worries. I remove it. I went back and I throwed it out and I again displayed the visual. When I displayed the visual, I have been told, okay, category is also not required. So I said, no worries. I will again do the changes. I went back. I throwed the category out and I displayed the visual, which is displaying the region and the segment wise bifurcation of the sales. And then I have been told only region wise bifurcation is okay. So I said, okay, I will make the changes once again. I went back, I throw this out and I displayed it. Region wise bifurcation of the sales. And when I displayed this, I have been told it is better if you add the segment, right? So I thought, what is this happening? Again and again, I have been asked to make the changes. So don't you think it will be better if somehow I can give this opportunity to the user? यूजर को अपॉर्चुनिटी देते हैं, अपने आप कर लो भाई, जितना खेलना है खेलते रहो. Correct? So let's do it. So here comes into the picture something known as hierarchy. So let's select the fields which I want to be the part of the hierarchy category. Using the control click, I can select multiple fields: category, region, segment, subcategory. I have used the control click to select the multiple fields. The sequence of the selection will not make any difference. You can select any field first or second, it will have no impact. You can click on the drop down arrow of any of the selected field and you can see there is an option called hierarchy. Noticeable? And then create hierarchy. It will ask you for the name of the hierarchy. You can give it any name you like. Let's say I will like to give it a name as PD and say OK, and here it goes. Right? So in the sequence, you can see I'm getting category, region, segment, subcategory. But as per my requirement, I want the region to be at the top. So I can simply do the drag and drop. Let me put the region at the top. Then I want the segment, then the category and the subcategory. Okay. Now, rather than putting, and you can also notice PD, just can you focus on the symbol, which looks like an organizational chart. It is the hierarchy symbol. So rather than taking region, segment, category, I will simply take this PD and put it into the rows and see what happens. I'm getting a region over here. But within the fill, you can notice there is a plus sign. Okay, this is a expand button. Segment, category, subcategory. I want to see only segment, only region. Here it is. Now you are getting the region wise bifurcation of the sales. If you move your pointer on this, you can see there is a plus sign, region wise, segment wise. Again, click on this plus sign, region, segment, category. Again, click on the plus sign, region, segment, category, subcategory. I don't want the subcategory. I can click on this. I only want the region. I can click on this. It has become dynamic, right? So this is known as hierarchy. Okay, it is 100% dynamic. You can again expand it, region, segment, category, subcategory, you can do so. At any point of time, if you wanted to remove the hierarchy, you can simply go to this hierarchy, right click on this and say remove hierarchy. The hierarchy will be removed. You can see the plus sign has been removed. It will have no impact to your fields. The fields will remain as it is. Okay, so this is known as hierarchy. Now, one way of creating hierarchy is this. Now, I will give you one more way of creating the hierarchy. So, whenever you wanted to create the hierarchy, let me take the segment for an example. Simple drag and drop. I will take it and drop it onto the region. I have taken the segment, drop it onto the region. See what happened as soon as I release my mouse. I am getting a create hierarchy directly. Simple drag and drop. You can name it, let's say PD. Enter. The hierarchy has been created. Now you want to add the category to it. You can simply do the drag and drop. The category has been added. You want to add the subcategory, again drag and drop. Here it is. Okay, this is what we are getting over here. And again, if you want, you can remove it. Right click, remove hierarchy. So again, I have given you two ways of creating the hierarchy. Whichever you feel comfortable, you can use that. Now, next, Let me take another visual, sales on the basis of the order date. Okay, we have taken the sales on the basis of the order date. What is the visual displaying as of now? Can you tell me? क्या दिखा रहा है ये लाइन चार्ट? क्या कह रहा है? 2017 में बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हो. सो ये विजुअल हमें ईयर वाइज सेल्स दिखा रहा है, किस ईयर में कितनी सेल्स हुई है. मगर हमने क्या लिया था? सेल्स ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ऑर्डर डेट. एंड इफ यू सी इट ओवर हियर ऑर्डर डेट, automatically you are getting a plus sign. I have not created any hierarchy. I am automatically getting this, correct? So remember, in Tableau, date field gives you a auto or a default hierarchy. Let me click on this plus sign over here, year wise, quarter wise. Let me click on this plus sign again. So year wise, quarter wise, month wise. Year, quarter, month. But if you will look at this visual, don't you think the visual looks like a broken visual? It is not appearing in a flow. It is appearing in a broken manner, right? And this type of broken visual is referred to as discrete visual. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Discrete. Remember, discrete means broken. Let's take another example. Once again, taking the sales on the basis of the order date. Let's make it as an entire view. Again, you can say year, quarter, month. Again, it is appearing in a broken manner, right? I can just click on the drop down arrow of the year, and can you see year, quarter, month? And again, you are getting year, quarter, month, right? Now, currently the year is taking from the above one. I will take it from the below one. Year, quarter, month. I will take the month from the, or the year from the below one. And now see year, quarter, month. Now I am getting a visual in a flow, correct? And this type of visual is referred to as a continuous visual. What it is referred to as? Continuous. So this is a continuous visual, and this is a discrete. Discrete, broken, continuous, in a flow. Okay, right. So 2 points I have highlighted over here. One is that in Tableau, date fields give you a auto hierarchy. Second is discrete and continuous. All right. The next thing which comes up over here is the grouping. So let me take the sales on the basis of, let's say, region. Let's make it a horizontal bar chart. Let me give slightly more space to it. I will like to display the data name. I am getting the regional sales over here. Okay. Now, assuming I want to display the combined sales for central and south. I want to display the combined sales of central and south. I have selected the central and the south. You can see I am getting a pop-up box in which there is a group icon. I can click on this group icon, and here it is. Now the central and south are appearing collectively. Okay, so this is a combined sales for central and south. Okay, and if you will notice, within the list of the fields, you are getting a new field with the name region group. Okay, let me remove this. I will delete it, and I will do it once again. Again, I will take the region. I will take the central. Using the control click, I will say south. Right click over here, and here again you are getting the group. Another way of doing the same thing, same output. Let me throw it out. Let me delete the field. Again, I will take the region, select the central and the south using the control click, group. Again, the same output. 3 ways. Let me throw it out. Let me delete the group. And this time, let's take the subcategory. I have taken the subcategory over here. If you want, I can also do the sorting. It will look better. And now I want to display, let's say, the fields, the values related to the stationery like paper, label, etc. I want to create a group of it. So I can go to the subcategory, click on the drop down arrow, say create group. Okay. And I can take arts, labels, paper, let's say envelope. Using the control click, I have selected multiple values and I will say group. You can name it anything, stationery, enter, say apply and OK. You can see you are getting a new field with the name stage subcategory group. Let me take this and throw it out, and here it is. Now you can see paper, label, envelopes are not being displayed individually. It is appearing in a group. And this fourth way of creating a group is known as grouping using the data pane. So this is your data pane. We have used the grouping through the data pane, grouping through data pane. Point clear? Okay. So this is the grouping over here, grouping through the data pane, which we have just done. The next thing which is coming up over here is the auto-generated fields. Now look at the field over here. Category, city, country, customer ID, discount, profit, sales. Can you tell me from where these fields are coming? From where the fields are coming? Tell me. Huh? कहाँ से आई ये fields? Category, customer ID, discount, profit. Data source से आई. Absolutely correct. Now in the data source, do we have any field with the name measure name? Or the measure value or count or longitude, latitude? Do we have these fields in the, do we have these fields? We don't have. So how it is coming? So these are the 5 auto generated fields. Whenever you work in Tableau, you will be getting these 5 auto generated fields, which are measure name, measure value, count, longitude, latitude. Okay, now measure name, it will contain the name of all the measures. Can you name the measures over here which you can see? Which are, what are the measures? It's absolutely correct. Discount, profit, quantity, sales, and count is also the measure, although it has been automatically generated. So here it goes. Here it is. So it is giving the total count 9994, the total discount, the total profit, and the total quantity and sales. This is what we are getting over here. Okay. So measure name will contain the name of all the measures. Okay. Then the measure values. Measure value will also display the same thing, but in a graphical manner. Number of records, discount, profit, quantity, sales. Okay. Right. Then count. Count will count the number of records. How many records are there in the data source? 999. Okay. Then you see longitude, latitude. Now, longitude, latitude are used to create maps in Tableau. We will be talking about these in details when we will be creating maps. Okay. So these are the auto-generated fields. Now, what is the utilization of this auto-generated field? So let's try to create a visual. I will like to display the sales on the basis of the order date. Let me make it as an entire view. And along with the sales, I also want to display the discount and the profit. So discount, profit, and sales I have displayed over here. But if you will notice, don't you think that the sales, discount, and profit has been displayed in a separate plot area? हर एक का एरिया अलग अलग है. Yes, this is for sale, this is for discount, this is for profit. Yes, दोबारा से करके देखें. Sales on the basis of the order date. Let's make it as an entire view. I have taken the profit, I have taken the discount. Again, you can see it is plotted in a separate plot area. But my requirement is I want to display it in a same plot area. I want to display in a same plot area something like this. ऐसा कुछ करना है हमें. ठीक है. So what can we do? We can go to this profit over here, click on this drop down arrow, and you will see there is an option called dual axis. Okay, I can also go to the discount, click on the drop down arrow, and here also you can see there is an option called dual axis. So let's try to put something into the dual axis. For an example, let's take profit. I will like to put the profit into the dual axis, and here it goes. You can see both the sales and the profit has been plotted in the same plot area, where the orange line is indicating the sales and the blue line is indicating the profit. The sales has been plotted against this axis, whereas the profit has been plotted against this axis. Correct? Right. Now let's try to put discount also into the dual axis. So I can click on this drop down, and what do you see? The dual axis option is no more over here, right? Why? Initially it was there, पहले था, notice ही नहीं किया, dual axis, right? So पहले it was available, but now it is not available. Why? Because नाम ही कह रहा है ना dual axis. Dual means two. So you can have only two things into a same plot area using dual axis. ठीक है? So for this, here we can utilize the auto generated field. So rather than taking the sales, profit, discount individually, I will like to take the measure values on the basis of the order date. Let's make it as an entire view. Focus carefully. I will take the measure name from here and put it into the color. I don't want the count and I don't want the quantity. If I want, I can put the measure names into the label, and here it goes. I have displayed the sales, profit, and discount in the same plot area utilizing the auto generated fields. Clear? Shall I repeat? Okay, let's do it once again. So rather than taking the sales, profit, discount individually, I will take the measure values on the basis of the order date, taking the measure names from the columns, putting it into the colors. Let's make it as an entire view. I don't want the count for an example. I can put the measure names into the label, and here it goes. So this time I have displayed four things: sales, profit, quantity, and discount in the same plot area utilizing measure names. Auto generated field. So this is the utilization of auto generated fields. I hope it is clear to all. Great. Now, the next thing. आज के लिए इतना बहुत है. This is the last topic we will be covering. ठीक है, हमारे पास है छोटा सा टॉपिक है, इसको कवर कर लेते हैं. ठीक है, छोटा सा है. So we are talking about discrete versus continuous. Discrete versus continuous. Discrete का मतलब बोलो, हाँ, अलग अलग पार्ट में ब्रोकन, और कंटिन्यूस का मतलब फ्लो में. करेक्ट. Here it is. Discrete highlighted in blue and continuous is highlighted in green. Whatever is discrete, it will be in blue, and whatever is continuous, it will be in green. Now, इधर देखते हैं. ये देखो, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने आपको बोला था, see these are the dimensions which are getting highlighted in blue and these are the measures which are getting highlighted in green. बोला था ऐसा? This is not correct. I was lying to you. ठीक है, मैं झूठ बोल रहा था आपसे, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. ठीक है, it is not the thing. It is nothing related to the dimension and measure. It is related to the discrete and continuous. I will give you an example. Let me take the sales on the basis of the order date. Okay, let's make it as an entire view. Now, order date is the dimension. It is appearing in blue, and this is the measure. It is appearing in green. But what I will do, I can click on this drop down arrow and I will make it as, see, it is discrete. I will make it as continuous and it is appearing in green color. उस समय मेरे को सिर्फ बाइफरकेट करना था कि ये डायमेंशन है, ये मेजर है, इसलिए मैंने ग्रीन ब्लू बोला था. बट एक्चुअली में ग्रीन ब्लू जो है वो डायमेंशन और मेजर नहीं, डिस्क्रीट और कंटिन्यूस बताता है. राइट? सो डिस्क्रीट ब्लू, कंटिन्यूस ग्रीन. नेक्स्ट, discrete fields give separate color and continuous field give gradient color. Example, Let me take the sales on the basis of the subcategory, and I will like to put some discrete field. For an example, category into the color. तो आप क्या देख रहे हो? That every category is highlighted in a separate color. Furniture blue, office supplies orange, technology red. ठीक है, कुछ भी डाल लेते हैं डिस्क्रीट फील्ड. सपोज रीजन डाल देते हैं. So you can see every region is highlighted in a separate color. Clear है? Right. However, if we put a continuous field, for an example, profit into the color, what are we getting? We are getting the color shading, that is the gradient color. Okay? Perfect. Then filtering on discrete will give you an exact value to filter, and filtering on continuous will give you a range to filter. So let me put a discrete field into the filter. Here it goes, and here it is. You can select whatever you want, right? Individually. फर्नीचर, ऑफिस सप्लाईज, टेक्नोलॉजी, तीनों अलग अलग मिल रहे हैं. जो चाहिए वो रख सकते हैं, जो नहीं चाहिए वो हटा सकते हैं. ओके, लेट मी let me put profit into the filters and see what happens. Now I am getting a range where the profit is between the specified range, right? Like this, whatever it is. So discrete fields give you exact value to filter, and continuous give you a range to filter. Okay, next. Discrete field in maps gives color dot, and the continuous field gives a filled map. So let's take an example of that. And don't worry how I created the map and all. We will be talking about this later. So you can see I'm getting a US map over here. And let me try to put the let me put the region into the color. And can you notice we are getting a different color bubbles over here? Each color bubble is representing a particular region, right? Like east, south, central, west. So discrete field in map gives separate color, whereas continuous field, for an example, sales into the color, will give you a filled map or the gradient color. ठीक है? Yeah. Right? So discrete versus continuous. एक बार quick review करते हैं. Discrete blue, continuous green. Discrete field separate color, continuous fields gradient color. Filtering on discrete exact value, filtering on continuous range. Discrete field in maps color dot, continuous field in map filled map or a gradient colors. Right? So as of now, the objective was just to compare discrete and continuous. ठीक है? And here comes your second assignment.